What is up, FS Club? We got a new blog on seasons. This one is titled Growth. So this is all about growth in Seasons 19. Remember, guys, Seasons 19 comes out Wednesday for PC and then later on for console. But let's get into the new blog. First thing is, one of the major design goals for Seasons was to remove the feeling that you were stuck in Groundhog Day. If you guys have ever seen the movie Groundhog Day, it just keeps going over and over, repeating the same day. I mean, it just keeps repeating. That's how Farming Simulator is right now. Basically, you can plant something, harvest it, plant it again, harvest it, plant it again, harvest it, plant it again, harvest it. That's how it is. Let's see, every day was exactly the same perfect summer's day. In the morning, you could plant crops and you would be harvesting them that same afternoon. Season 17 took steps to remove that feeling and gave the player the opportunity to follow a typical farming year with penalties for planting crops at the wrong time. Season 17 was my favorite mod, and I'm sure Season 19 is going to be my favorite mod. This was better than Groundhog Day, but playing through multiple years could also become monotonous. I don't know what that says. And the feeling of Groundhog year could creep in. I never got that feeling. Once a player understood the growth calendar and planted at the right time, they were always guaranteed a 100% success rate. So that is that. Let's see, we made some changes in this regard in Season 19. Instead of killing entire filter crops when they were planted at the wrong time, we've implemented a feature that I lovingly called Patchy crop failure, or PCF for short. PCF, unsurprisingly, does exactly what it says on the tin. It causes patches or failed crops based on temperature and moisture. So now it's not just going to be mattering about what the ground temperature is. It's also going to be mattering about the moisture of the ground. Now this helps to introduce an element of randomness into the crop's growth patterns, since these conditions have annual variances. Every crop has been split into 3 states: seeded, young, and mature. And each of those states has different frost and drought resistances. So we're gonna have to be careful now. Very, very, very careful now when we're doing this. Okay, let's move down a little bit. Throughout each day, the current temperature and moisture levels are checked, and if they exceeded the parameters, patches of your crop will be damaged randomly. Wow. PCF causes planted crops to become germination failed. Young plants become harvested and mature plants become withered. These transition states were chosen because they make the most sense visually. So you might get a bunch of patches. Here, let's take a look at this photo right here. You might get a bunch of patches where basically, crops are damaged. Yeah, basically there's gonna be patches where crops are damaged, crops are withered, there's gonna be weeds, so. And let's take a look at this photo right here. As you guys can see, this is a big old crop info photo right here. We got like seeded, frost is, medium resistant, but drought is none. There's no drought resistance. And it says at the bottom, the potential for frost damage increase as air temperatures fall below 0 degrees Celsius. Hopefully, if you change it to Fahrenheit, it'll say Fahrenheit. Potentially for those drought damages increases when the soil water content is below 12%. See, you have to check on your basically moisture levels. Use the measurement tool to monitor the soil water content. Wow. Okay, default weather is mostly quite gentle and can be thought of as easy mode when it comes to the potential of crop damage. For example, you are not likely to see much frost in your first spring. This creates opportunity for longer planting windows, especially for those more sensitive plants that used to die if planted in early spring. Similarly, planting in the middle of summer would cause some crops to die. This does not happen anymore. Instead, the crops may try to grow, but if you plant outside the planting window, they are unlikely to mature before winter. Killing in the winter has been moved forward as well. The default growth algorithm now kills all mature crops in the transition between early and midwinter. This will make all the players who love to harvest potatoes and sugar beets in the winter very happy, but if the late autumn or early winter are harsh, some parts of the crop may get damaged. Wow, we're going to have to plan a lot in seasons. Let's see. There are some compromises to be made in terms of gameplay as we move toward a more natural and weather-influenced growth. Previously, the player's feedback loop was quick. You planted at the wrong time within a few days max. In the next period, you could see the impact of the wrong decision. Now, a bad decision may not become apparent as quickly, so using the information provided in the seasons menu about planting and harvesting times and crop resistance are keys to success. For geomakers, the choice is still there. If you wish to stick to the old ways of doing things and want to kill crops planted at the wrong time immediately, you can still do it. You can also manipulate the resistance values of the crops too. It is also possible to create a map with interesting additional crops with special resistance. For example, drought resistant barley, and then add this new crop and its growth pattern into the geo mode. We will be creating a manual to help you migrate your old growth files to Season 19 format. Wow, just lots and lots of information. The topic of crop damage brings the question of crop insurance. What? It is something that we discussed, but in the end could not find a way to bring this into the game without feeling it like a huge cheat, and hence there is currently no crop insurance in Season 19. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay, so that is Seasons, guys. That's Seasons growth. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Just a lot of stuff, jeez. Okay, guys, let me know what you guys think. Make sure if you guys did like the video, you guys pound that like button. If you have not subbed, make sure you guys do. And like always, have an awesome day, farmers. Peace.